Sean Davis, and I have the privilege of serving as chairman, and the privilege of serving with many great Americans, some who are no longer here because of the events of September 11th, 2001. That is more than a date. It's more than an annual remembrance that we do. 9/11 was not a natural disaster, and it wasn't a tragic mishap. We often remember those incidents as well, and they bring us comfort to remember. But what took place on September 11th was totally different. It was a day that a calculated attack was brought upon our nation, on our very way of life, and moreover, on what we do in America as an example to the world was attempted to be extinguished. We are a shining example to this world. Make no mistake about that. And it was for that reason that we, the beacon on the hill, were attempted to be snuffed out by those who hate us, by those who hate liberty and what we stand for. Liberty and justice for all, without regard to race, color, religion, sex, familial status. It was for those reasons that the attacks were brought on America. American hatred is not new. We are an example to many in this world, but we're also an experiment. What we stand for was so badly attacked on that day, and as they attempted to snuff out the bright beacon and bright flame on the hill, what they got wrong was American defiance. We saw that with Flight 93, American defiance. What they didn't realize is that we're descendants of Lexington and Concord, of Yorktown, Battle of the Bulge, Guadalcanal. What they didn't understand was we not only believe in these values, we stand for these values. We stand for what's right and good with all, and we recognize that we are this experiment in democracy that no other nation has had the privilege to carry on for so long. The other thing that they miscalculated was the local response. All matters on American soil have a local response. Yesterday, I had the privilege of sitting in the sheriff's office for a few moments, and the sheriff was talking about a plan. We have a pending and impending natural disaster that's going to hit our coast. We know that. But the sheriff kept talking about, we have a plan. We have a plan. We don't know when it's going to happen, but FDNY had a plan. NYPD had a plan. Port Authority had a plan. I would submit to you that very hastily, Flight 93 had a plan. And then yesterday I was in the Emergency Operations Center, and a firefighter said something that struck me. Chief Phipps said that folks were asking him from other places, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" And he said, "We're always ready. That's what we do. We're always ready." While we stand ready, from Camp Lejeune to Camp Pendleton, from the Great Lakes to Fort Polk, we must remember that it's always the local response. It is always the local response that goes there first. Hence the term first responders. And we see images so often of individuals coming out of the towers, covered in debris, with police officers, Port Authority, and firefighters telling them to run, to run, to run. All of them said this as they ran towards those twin towers. That's exceptional character. You know, I've said this, our response to our enemies as we go after them, we have the resilience. We have the resilience to fight on foreign shores and to protect our borders. But we don't know, and the sheriff mentioned this, we don't know at any given moment what may happen in our locality. So we thank God each and every day for those who respond first. For those who respond first to care for us. Because as the sheriff said, we have to be prepared, we have to have a plan. We are always ready. It is a privilege to live here in Hanover County to serve with the finest sheriff's office and the finest fire and EMS, and those who are there giving it their all each and every day. not knowing whether today or not, or tomorrow or not, that they'll return home. Yet they get up every morning, every evening, and they go to work to protect you and I. That's exceptional character. So thank you for joining us today. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. And may God continue to bless our beloved Hanover County. Thank you.